A very good morning to all of you. So let us have the solution of exercise 5.1 today, as I shared the basics to draw the histogram yesterday through the video lecture. So in today's video lecture you can go through the solution of all these 6 questions given to you in exercise 5.1. So first question is construct a frequency distribution table for the data. So data given to you, there are 20 students of class intervals 30 to 35, 35 to 40. You have to make a frequency distribution table, and class intervals you need to make of 30 to 35 range and 35 to 40 so on. And it is also mentioned that there are 20 students. So these are the marks of 20 students given to you. You can go through your questions, write those marks nicely. Do not miss any of the reading, and then go through the class intervals very carefully. You have to see what is the least reading here in this data. So that I have written here. The least reading is 31 and the highest reading is 65. So that's why I have to start with 30. If my highest reading is 65, that will be falling somewhere in 65 to 70. So my first class interval will begin with 30 to 35 and will end with 65 to 70. As 65 is there in this data, is the highest reading, so my last class interval will be 65 to 70. Why is it so? Because all these class intervals 30 to 35, 35 to 40, 40 to 45, 45 to 50, 50 to 55, 55 to 60, 60 to 65 and 65 to 70 are the continuous, or this form of the data is called the exclusive form, in which the first class interval, this is the lower limit, this is the upper limit. So upper limit of the first class interval is the lower limit of the second, and so on. These will always be matching over there. So such a data is called a continuous data or exclusive data. So what does it mean? Exclusive, why exclusive? Because 35 will be excluded from this range. 35 will not be the part of this. So that will be excluded, that will be counted in the next one. So that's why I said ki 65 is my last reading. So 65 will not be the part of 60 to 65. So that's why I have to take the next one, 65 to 70. So 65 will be the part of this 65 to 70. So now these are the class intervals. You have written why we started with 30 and why we are going to finish with 70. That I explained to you. Now in frequencies, you keep on reading between 30 and 35, less than that of 35. How many readings are there? So I have mentioned 31, 33 and 34 are there. This is 3, number comes 3. Similarly, between 35 and 40, you are getting 36, 38 and 38 2 times it is. So you have to count it 2 times, and then 39 is also there. 1, 2, 3, 4. So frequency will be 4. 40 to 45, 40, 42, 44, 3. 45 to 50, the readings are 46, 47, 48, 49, 49. Means less than 50 I have to count. And 45 will also be the part of this, if it is there. So 5 are there, so frequency will be 5. In 50 to 55, only 2 readings lying there, 51 and 53, so frequency will be 2. 50 to 50, 60, 55 to 60, only 1 reading is there, so that's why you have to write 1 here. 60 to 65, again 1 reading is there, so again frequency is 1. And similarly 65 to 70, again 1 reading is there, so you have to write the frequency is 1. So as the total number of students are given is equal to 20, total number of students are given is equal to 20, so sum of the frequencies must be equal to 20. If it is coming different than that of 20, means something wrong is there. So you need to correct that. Please pay attention to this instruction. Whatever the total number of students or total number of buildings, that should be the sum of the total frequencies. So 3 plus 4, 7 plus 3, 10 plus 5, 15, 17, 18, 19 and 20. So your sum will be equal to 20. So accordingly you can draw the tally marks for these. That procedure already you have done in your previous classes. You can show, and hence the frequency table is ready. This is the frequency distribution table for your this. And then it is mentioned to draw the histogram for this data also. The second part is. So once you have done this, now to draw the histogram, you look at this graph I have drawn over there for your reference. You can see. Again you can draw the lines of axis, one along y-axis and another along x-axis, and go, as I yesterday told, this mark of king, because your data is starting with 30. So if you'll start with 0 and you don't want to show 0 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 15 and so leave all those. You begin with 30. So before 30 you have to show this kink there somewhere. What does it mean? Yesterday I explained. It means कि I am working out onwards zero with a size of 5, and within these, this is 2 centimeter I have taken is equal to 5. What is this 30 to 35 is? So 30 to 35 means you have to see the class intervals. These are the class intervals. So you need to mention the scale along the x-axis. These are the weights of the students. So I have written scale along x-axis 2 centimeter is equal to 5 kg. Why 2 centimeter to 5 kg? I told that this one small box from here to here measures 1 centimeter. There are 10 small boxes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 small boxes are lying there in 1 centimeter. Then it is 2 centimeter. So 2 centimeter I have taken is equal to 5 kg, because the difference of 35 and 30 is 5. So this is 5 kg. So 30 to 35, 2 centimeter. Then similarly in next one 35 to 40, 40 to 40, everywhere 2 centimeter, and so on up to 70. So this is the scale I have marked, class intervals, or you can write here the weight of the students that denotes. Then along y-axis, as yesterday I explained, that is the frequency of these class intervals respectively. You need to mention along y-axis. So that scale I have mentioned there, scale along y-axis. 2 centimeter is equal to 1 student. So this is the number of students. So 2 centimeter, again I have taken 2 boxes is equal to 1 student. So this length total is of 2 centimeter is equal to 1 student, and so on. Maximum is given up to, I think, 5. So I have taken up to 5 there. Highest frequency in that frequency table we have got is equal to 5 there. So that's why in this graph I have taken the highest frequency up to 5 only. Now once you have drawn this, then you have to mark this kink, start with 30 to 35 and begin with 30. The frequency first 30 to 35 is 3. So you have to draw the line from 30 to 3, and at 35 also at 3 you need to block that. So 30 to 35, 3, one rectangle. Now immediately on 35 the next begins. But the frequency 35 to 40 is 4. You can read the frequency table. So extend this line at 35 up to 4. Up to 4 is here, and close at 40. Close at 40. So frequency of 35 to 40 automatically is 4. Then 40 to 45, your frequency again is 3. So at 40 you have to move here up to 3 only, and then go to 45 and just close it. just close it at 45. Then at 45 to 50, your frequency is 5. So 45 you need to extend up to 5. Here it is 5 parallel to this. So 45 you'll go up to 5 and then close it at 50. Then next your 50 to 55 is 2. So please 50 to 55 you can see here I have closed, this is parallel to 2 here, and block it at 55. Now 55 to 60, 60 to 65 and 65 to 70 all are consisting of frequency 1. So I have blocked all the 3 at 1. At 1 you can see here. So this is 55 to 60, 1 is the frequency. 60 to 65, again 1 is the frequency. 65 to 70, again 1 is the frequency. So this is your x-axis. So hence this is all over about the histogram here for your question number 1. So in that way you can draw the histogram for this your question number 1. I hope the figure is very clear to you all. You can see, have a look how to draw, and better if you use graph, because that is always convenient to write the scale on the graph without any difficulty. So that's all about your question number 1. If you go to your question number 2, so question number 2, study the following frequency distribution table and answer the question. Frequency distribution, you can go through your textbook, which is frequency distribution of daily income of 550 workers of a factory, and class intervals of daily income in rupees are given onwards 100 to 150 and finishes at 500 to 550. Then the frequencies are given 20 to 45. So this is simply a question in first 6 parts. You have to read the table and answer the questions, and in 7th you have to construct a histogram. So first part, what is the size of the class interval? So if you see there in first part, 100 to 150, 150 to 200. So upper limit minus lower limit. So that's why the answer for the first part will be equal to 50. Class size, upper limit minus lower limit. And in all the class intervals, you can see the difference of upper and lower is 50. That's why the size will be counted as 50. Second part, which class has the highest frequency? So if you see, the class 300 to 350 is the highest frequency, that is 140. So 300 to 350 is the class which is consisting of highest frequency. Third part, which class has the lowest frequency? So lowest frequency, if you see, is at 100 to 150, that is 20. So your answer will be for third part is 100 to 150. Then fourth part, what is the upper limit of the class interval 200 to 250? So upper limit 200 to 250, 200 is the lower limit, 250 is the upper limit. So 250 will be the answer. Upper limit is 250. Fifth part, which two classes have same frequencies? So if you see these two, 250 to 300 and 400 to 450, the frequencies for both are 55 each. 55 is the frequency of this class interval, as well 55 is the frequency of this class interval. So these are the class intervals where the frequencies are same. Sixth part, what is the class mark of the class 300 to 350? That I told, to calculate the class mark, you have to add the lower limit to the upper limit and divide it by 2. In other words, you can say you have to find the mean of lower limit and upper limit. So 300 plus 350 upon 2, then it is 650 upon 2. So answer will be 325. Then in sixth part, you have to draw the histogram that I explained to you in question number 1. How to draw the histogram. Start with the class intervals on the x-axis and their frequencies on the y-axis and draw the histogram. So you can do that of your own. If any difficulty is there during the live class, you can ask me that. Then go to this question number 3. Again, question number 3, the figure is given to you, and you have to study the figure, and then you have to answer the questions there. So please read the figure very carefully. That is a histogram given to you, in which you have 8 bars are given. On long x-axis it is mentioned that the marks of the students, along y-axis somewhere it is the number of students, means that is the frequency. And the first part of the question is what information is being given by the histogram. So if you see the graph and read the question, the marks of the students, so you can write your answer, marks scored by 30 students. This is the information going to be depicted by this graph. So marks scored by 30 students. Which group contains maximum students? So you see the class intervals. If you go through the class interval of 60 to 70, the highest bar, highest rectangle you can see there, that is going up to 30 in your textbook. So 60 to 70 will be the answer for that group is containing maximum students. Which group have same marks? So same marks, that is the third one, you can find within the 20 to 30 and 70 to 80, because the frequencies in case of 20 to 30 is 25, as well in 70 to 80 is also 25. So these are the two class intervals, 20 to 30 and 70 to 80, the frequencies of which are same, that is 25 in each case. So these are the 3 parts of question number 3 that I explained to you, and you can just read the figure and answer these. That is very easy to answer. I don't think any difficulty should be there to any one of you. Then come to question number 4. In question number 4, you are given with the data in which the 20 children in which the children in 20 families are given to you. Age group is there, and maximum up to 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So what I did, I have written 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. These are the number of children, and these are the number of families. So 1 children is there in 5 family, 2 children are there in 6, 3 and 4, 4 in 3 and 5 in 2 families. So this is the information I have tabulated from this graph. Now he is asking to draw the frequency table. So this is called the frequency table. Number of children I have mentioned onwards 1 to 5, and then the number of families. How many families having 1 children? How many families having 2? So on up to 5. So this is the frequency table. Then also draw the bar graph for the same. So if you want to draw the bar graph, that procedure I explained to you yesterday. Along y-axis you need to write the number of frequencies. So this is the y-axis, you can mention over there. This is the y-axis somewhere, and here is the x-axis on which you need to draw the bar. So you are free to put the gap between the y-axis and the first bar, whatever you want. And first bar is of 5, 1 children in 5 families. So I have mentioned the number of children along x-axis and number of families along y-axis. So 1 children in 5 families. So I will draw this graph maximum up to 5. So these are the number of families, these are the number of children. So 1 children in how many families? 5. Now about 1 centimeter distance I have kept between the first bar and the second bar. So 2 children are there in 6 families. So second bar, second rectangle I have drawn up to 6. So whatever the difference was there in between 2, first and second, the same I have kept between second and third, that is of 1 centimeter. Now 3 children are there in 4 families. So that rectangle will go maximum up to 4, and so on the other you can finish. So that is the bar graph you have done in your previous classes also. I hope all of you can do that. So this is the solution This is the frequency table for your question number 4, and this is the bar graph. 1 children, 2 children, 3 children, 4 children, you have to go up to 5. So one more, because I was not having more space there, so you can go next part also, you can do that. So that is all about your question number 4. Then question number 5 is, again you read the question carefully. Given below are the ages of 30 students of class 8, and ages are given. Prepare a frequency table for the above data. Again, if you see the list reading in your question number 5 begins with 12 and the highest reading finishes with 17. So write the ages in years: 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. These are the ages, and 30 are the students. Total number of frequencies means when I'll be adding up should be equal to 30. So age group is 12 to 17. So 12-year-old, how many are there? 4. How many times 12 is repeated, that you have to count. Similarly, 13 is 12 times, 14 is 9 times, 15 is 2 times, 16 is 2 times, 17 is again 1 time. So then you add it up: 12 and 4, 16, and 9, 25, 27, 29, and 1, 30. So sum of these frequencies will always be equal to the total number of students whose data is given to you. So it is mentioned in the question, given below are the ages of 30 students. That indicates very clearly the sum of the frequencies should be equal to 30. And I am showing it to you how it is coming is equal to 30. If it is exceeding 30, you are wrong. If it is less than that of 30, again you are wrong. So you have to keep a check where you are committing the mistake. So you need to focus. Don't try to miss any of the reading from this age group. Okay? And then you have to answer the question, prepare a frequency table. So this is the frequency table I have drawn here. Then the second part you have is, find the minimum and maximum ages. So minimum age is 12 and maximum age is 17. So you can see there, minimum age from the data, I begin with 12 and maximum I am finishing at 17. Then it is asked, find the range, that is always a difference of the highest and the lowest. So 17 is the highest age, 12 is the lowest age. So 17 minus 12, 5 will be the range of the data. And then it is asked, how many students are below age 14 and how many students are above age 14. So here it is. This is 14. So above 14 you can see 12 plus 4. So you mention that frequency of the students, that is 4 plus 12, 16. And then above, rest are above 15, 16 and 17-year-old, and frequencies are those, frequencies of those are 2 plus 2 plus 1. So that number you can mention here. 2 plus 2 plus 1, that is equal to 5. So below 14, 16 are there, and above 14, 5 are there. So this is the answer for your part number 5th. Then the last question, that is question number 6 is there. One histogram is drawn, figure is given. The histogram shows alongside depicts the marks obtained by 50 students of a class. Look at the histogram and answer the following. So you have to read the graph. Your graph is consisting of the bars over there. If you see, this histogram is given to you, where the bars are of this size: 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60, and so on up to 90 to 100. So what is the class size? So upper limit minus lower limit: 10 minus 0, 10, 20 minus 10, 10, 30 minus 20, 10. So everywhere it will be equal to 10. So then you have to write your answer, class size is equal to 10. What is the lower limit of 70 to 80? That already I have explained. If class interval is falling 70 to 80, 70 is the lower limit and 80 is the upper limit. If passing marks are 40, what is the number of failures? Now you can see the frequencies over there. Pass marks is given 40. So this is the bar which is showing the students up to 40 marks who scored, and these are gone up to 40 here only. So 4 plus 2 plus 4 plus 2, 2 plus 4, 6 plus 2, 8 plus 4 is 12. So 12 are the students who are in passing mark. And what is the number of, if passing marks are 40, so what is the number of failures? So these are the 12 students who scored less than 40 marks. So all these readings are less than 40, because at 40, then these are the 12, and above 40, that is 50, 10 plus 6 plus 4 plus 2 plus 2. These are the next category, but up to 40, there are 4. So 40 will not be counted here, in 30 to 40. 40 will not be counted, 40 will be counted in 40 to 50. That's why up to this bar, all these students are scoring less than 40 marks. So these are 2 plus 4 plus 2 plus 4. So 2 plus 4 plus 2 plus 4 give you the number is equal to 12. So that will be the answer for this. And finally, how many students scored 100% marks? So you can see the frequency of 100 very clearly is given, that is equal to 2. So this is 2. So only 2 students scored 100% marks. So this is the exercise 5.1. I have given you the solution. So all of you can go through all these 6 questions. Still, if you do have any query, you are most welcome during the live class. You can ask whenever you are finding the time. You can clarify the doubts. Till then, bye-bye. Have a nice time. Thank you.